everybody. Today I will be taking the loader off the Kubota and putting the Snowblower on the Kubota to get ready for winter. So let's do it. Alright, I went out and bought this little dolly for the loader here, which makes it nice. So we can unload the thing under there and then roll it around inside the shed, and I don't have to worry about trying to place it on the floor, which was always a problem, and I always wanted to, especially when I was trying to reattach it, it would always end up pushing it across until I ran up against something solid. And this makes it easier to unload and load. Although putting the loader on is still a real pain, to be honest. Okay, with the loader up in the air, I need to pull out this pin, which holds the kickstand up, and then the kickstand will swing down, and what we have is a hole and a pin, and you have to swing it down so the pin and the hole align, and then push it over so that it engages, and then put the keeper pin back in. So let's do that right now. Swing this down. There's one on each side. There's one on this side also. Right there. So now I put the pin back in here. It's hard to do this holding the camera. Okay, now the kickstand, as you will see, is down and locked in place. Now we just have to unload this onto the loader. Alright, the loader is down onto the dolly. Now there's two pins that you have to pull out. One on each side. It's that pin right there. That's a little holder that holds it while you're doing this. Now by operating the hydraulics, I should be able to get the loader to come out of the cradle. Now the loader is detached and I actually backed out of it, so it's completely sitting on the stand. Now all I have to do is disconnect the hydraulic hoses. It is best to move the lever to relieve all the pressure in the system before you try to remove the hose. See, now there it came down. The hydraulics was holding it up, and it fell when I did that. So that's okay because the stand is holding it, the dolly is holding it. but that would have made it hard to unhook the lines. These lines have a little cap to keep dirt and stuff from getting into them. Now we can wheel this anywhere we want to go. Okay, I wheel it over against the wall, out of the way. Okay, I have all the parts that we're going to need laid out. That is a drive shaft that will connect to the mid PTO on the tractor, the same PTO that the mower deck uses. The two pins are going to hold on this. This is the meat and potatoes of the whole system. They call it a quick hitch or something. Basically, it's what the snowplow mounts to. It has a short little drive shaft that the drive shaft from the PTO, that one, connects to on the back side, which would be the left. And on the other side, the drive shaft from the snowblower attaches to it. And then there's a hydraulic cylinder which allows you to lift and lower the snowblower using the loader controls on the tractor. Okay, there's a bracket on the front of the tractor. There's a couple of little wedge-shaped clamps on the top of the quick attach system, or the quick hitch, whatever they call this thing. And then there's a hole in the bottom part down here that these two pins go through, which is underneath. You can see the two little cutouts underneath that bracket that will hold this thing on. Hardest part is just lifting it. Not too bad, it's not too heavy. Okay, it's resting on there. Now I just got to get the pins in. Get the pin in the hole here. Okay, now I just tighten up these as tight as I can get them, and it draws this thing in. These do tend to loosen up during the winter. Every once in a while you gotta come by and make sure that they're still tight. I'll take a wrench later and probably just snug them a little more. Okay, quick hitch is installed. The next step will be to install the drive shaft underneath in order to put power to this thing to actually turn the snowblower. Alright, we're under the tractor. Right there is the mid PTO output shaft with a spline on it. On the other end is that spline, which is the one I just showed you on the quick attach thing. So now we put the drive shaft between them. Alright, there's a drive shaft all set up. I would have showed you the install on that. but I don't have a face mount for my camera. Okay, the last step to installing the mount for the blower will be to install the hydraulic hoses. And these are somehow color coded, except I noticed the color coding is wrong. But I know how it's supposed to go, at least I think I remember how it's supposed to go. So there they are. Hook that into there so it doesn't rub on the tire. It's a little retainer, keep the hoses tied back. So now the mount is complete. If I start it up, I should be able to control that up and down. Okay, so that's working so far. Now we just have to figure out how to attach the two of the tractor. The drive shaft on this has a little prop, keep it up while you're driving in. This is on a telescoping thing, so hopefully I'll be able to hook it on. The nose on the thing just goes into here, and then there's a lever that you flip and the pin comes up and locks it in. And then we can hook the drive shaft up. Now all we need to do is attach the crank for the chute. Yeah, I slid it in enough, I started to push it, but I tilted it up. I actually got it where it would lift it, even though it's not locked in. Now, at least I can work with it. So I got the drive shaft I got to put on. Probably do that right now, so it doesn't get where I can't work it. This will be edited for brevity. Drive shaft is on. Now I'll shove this on all the way. Now I can flip this lever on the side. Locked it in, and there's a little retainer pin so it doesn't unlock on me. Put the thing down. Hope we don't have to take the drive shaft off to do this. I won't. There it is. It's on. Okay, I went ahead and attached the crank for the chute. It's just basically a bolt that goes right here with a locking nut. That goes up here to the hokiest setup I've ever seen. Sort of attaches to that little lever for the lock. It's a lock for the loader controls. It just sort of hangs off of it and holds up the other end of the crank. So now when I crank it, I can turn the chute. They do make a hydraulic actuated chute control, which I am considering purchasing. I was going to do it last year and then I didn't do it, and so maybe in the future I'll do that. But for now, the crank is working fine. Alright, it's all set up for winter. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.